Now that you've signed up for CruiseCon, you're probably wondering what to do or expect next. Clearly, CruiseCon is not your typical event. While you may have attended a cybersecurity conference in the past, and you may have gone on a cruise before, CruiseCon intends to be a unique combination of both. So whether you're a well-seasoned cruiser or conference attendee or not, we've put together this video to help you prepare. The more informed you are before you arrive at CruiseCon, the better the experience you and your guests will have. To start with, your first resource for any questions related to the event is Fox Prolenza Owens. Fox is the travel agent whom you should consider your personal concierge for the event. He's an experienced travel agent who specializes in group travel and especially cruises on Royal Caribbean. For any questions related to the cruise, shore excursions, etc., contact Fox by email at fox@cruisecon.com and he should get back to you as soon as possible. Also know that Fox can assist you with any other travel matters, including flights and local transportation. We use and trust Fox and highly recommend his services. After we process your registration, you should receive a confirmation code. We recommend logging on to the Royal Caribbean website and going under the cruise planner. At that point, you can add your reservation number to the system so you can start to research your cruise and begin planning. We also recommend that you download and install your mobile device the Royal Caribbean app. You'll need this app later to complete your check-in and manage your cruise overall. On the Cruise Planner site, you can browse through how to customize your cruise. This includes shore excursions, drink packages, spa treatments, internet access, among other amenities. For those of you that want to stay connected while traveling, it's definitely worth pre-ordering internet packages to get the discounts. Likewise, if you see a spa package that you or somebody else in your group wants to take advantage of, pre-ordering can save you money. Remember, CruiseCon occurs during sea days, so be sure to plan accordingly. That brings up a related issue of drink packages. As you're going to be attending the event, the cost savings of drink packages may not be worth it. Also, if you elect to buy the alcohol package, which is referred to as the deluxe beverage package, all other adults in the same cabin will need to buy it. Of course, this does not apply to children, and it does not apply to other drink packages like the refreshment package or the soda package, but it's an important rule to be aware of. While all situations are different, at current pricing, a premium drink package makes sense if everybody in your party is going to order an average of 4 or more premium alcoholic drinks per day. If you're wondering, there are a number of beverages included in your Royal Caribbean cruise fare, and this can be available at different restaurants and bars. This includes tap water, milk, tea, coffee, both regular and decaf, lemonade, iced tea, flavored waters, juices at breakfast. They're not fresh squeezed, but they come out of a bottle, obviously, and then hot chocolate via instant packets. Keep in mind that we'll be providing throughout CruiseCon basic refreshments, including possibly soft drinks and alcoholic beverages at receptions. So you might want to consider purchasing a soft drink package if you and your guests are so inclined. Regarding shore excursions, while CruiseCon is intending to organize group tours in both Cozumel and Coco Cay, if you see something that really intrigues you, my advice is book it now. If we do create a better shore excursion, you can always cancel that excursion that you booked with Royal Caribbean for a full refund. As a matter of fact, anything that you book in advance can be canceled up until the time of the cruise. This also works if prices go down. You can cancel whatever you booked and then rebook at the new lower price. Now, getting back to the Royal Caribbean app, make sure you set up the app and get ready to check in because online check-in becomes available 45 days before your cruise. And in the case of CruiseCon, you'll get a Christmas present as check-in when it opens on December 25th, 2024. The most important thing to consider is locking in a time for check-in. If you want to take advantage of as much as possible at the event, I really do recommend checking in as early as possible. The sooner you check in, the more options you'll have, and the sooner you'll get on board the ship. CruiseCon is going to be organizing buses from the Orlando airport area to the ship on the day of the sailing. If you're going to be on our bus, we will have a group check-in at the time of our arrival, so you won't have to worry about it. More on this later. However, if you're uncertain of your plans yet, again, you should try to grab a check-in time as early as you can. Next up, you should consider how you're going to be getting to Port Canaveral. If you're flying in, well, I strongly recommend that you arrive in the Orlando area at least a day early to account for any delayed or canceled flights. There are not a lot of hotels near Port Canaveral, so finding a hotel in the Orlando area is a popular choice. If you're not going to be getting in a day early, make sure you arrive in Orlando as early as possible on that day. To make things simple, CruiseCon is reserving a block of rooms at the Lake Nona Wave Hotel near Orlando Airport. We will also be organizing bus transportation from the hotel to the cruise ship the morning of departure. Even if you choose not to stay at the hotel with us, you can choose to sign up for the bus transportation from the hotel. Again, reach out to Fox if you're interested in the hotel or the bus transportation. Regarding check-in related activities, now is a great time to double check that your passport and or other travel documents are up to date. Your documents will be verified when you arrive at the ship and then again upon return to the United States. Depending upon your nationality, you may need visas, so please track with the appropriate immigration websites to ensure you have it all ahead of time. Again, if you have any questions, please reach out to Fox. While we're on required documentation, there are no COVID protocols currently in place, so we recommend that you monitor the status just in case anything changes. The next thing we recommend is that you get some basic familiarity with the ship. CruiseCon takes place on Voyager of the Seas, and the basic layout of the cruise ship allows for easy passenger flow. While there are only 2 elevator banks, one forward and one midship, public spaces are designed in a way that minimize the need to move between decks very often for most passengers. There are a few key areas you're going to want to get to know quickly. One is the Royal Promenade on Deck 5, and it stretches from one end of the ship to the other, providing an enjoyable place to stroll and check out all the action at the adjoining cafe, bars, shops, and boutiques there. There are no windows, but it's always dazzlingly lit up with lots happening. Deck 11 of Voyager of the Seas is, I think, really the heart of the action during the day on warm weather itineraries, with 2 pools, the adult-only solarium deck and pool, and of course the buffet. At night, most passengers move between the lower decks for dinner, drinks, and shows, and most of the cabins, the staterooms, are between decks 6 and 12. We recommend that you watch our partner, Royal Caribbean Blog's overview of Voyager of the Seas, as well as their other videos on cruising. If you want to get an idea of the activities on board, Royal Caribbean will finally post that information in the Royal Caribbean app just a couple days before the cruise begins. But if you want that information ahead of time or an idea of what to expect, check out a past cruise compass. If you go to RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com, in the main menu, there's a link for cruise compasses, and you can see past ones from Voyager of the Seas. Royal Caribbean's not going to reinvent the wheel for every single sailing, so what you see on there is probably going to be what you can expect. Something else to keep in mind is even though you can check in throughout the day on Voyager of the Seas once the cruise begins, you will not have access to your cabin until the attendants have a chance to turn them over and clean them for everyone else that's getting on this new sailing. So I really recommend that you bring a day bag with any essentials, which would include a swimsuit, toiletries, and most importantly, any important medication. When you arrive at the ship, at some point, you may want to go down to Deck 2 to see the conference center. When the ship clears our access to the conference center, we can get you checked in, and we'll have someone there to watch your day bags in case you want to leave them somewhere safe until your cabin is ready. When you signed up for CruiseCon, there may or may not have been the option to purchase travel insurance, but we seriously recommend that you consider trip insurance in case something unforeseeable happens before or during your sailing. If you didn't have the opportunity to purchase trip insurance when you registered and want to consider it now, please reach out to Fox again at fox@cruisecon.com and let him know that you want more information. Remember, trip insurance is more than just medical coverage. It covers you for a variety of unforeseen scenarios. If you were to slip and fall, if there was an issue with your travel plans in which you're unable to get to the cruise because of that, again, travel insurance can kick in and assist with that. It's far more helpful than you think. It's very inexpensive, and it just protects a variety of scenarios that you may not be accounting for, especially if you're new to cruising. Hopefully, this video will make CruiseCon easier and more enjoyable. We're working hard to make the event as seamless as possible for you. In the meantime, if there's anything we can do to make your event even easier and more enjoyable, please ask. And again, the best way to contact us for logistical issues would be through Fox's email address, again, fox@cruisecon.com.